I'm joined by the new head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He has been the defensive coordinator at LSU for the past 3 years, and in fact is still with them getting ready for the NCAA title game. I'm joined by Bo Pelini. Bo, it's great to have you on the show. How are you?
Good. How are you, Jim?
Bo, I am great. Nice to have you. Let me get your thoughts on what it's been like. I would imagine something of a whirlwind. There you are with LSU trying to win a national championship, but you get your first opportunity to be a head coach at the University of Nebraska. Has that fact even sunk in yet?
You know, I've been going 100 miles an hour, since the SEC title game, and then the next day got announced here at Nebraska, and, I've been on the recruiting trail all week, and, fortunately, it's kind of a dead time as far as, bowl preparation, that type of thing, and so right now, Coach Miles is out on the road recruiting, so, I've been going full bore ahead with my duties for Nebraska, and once the dead period starts and recruiting's over, then I'll head back to Baton Rouge and start prepping the team for, the defense and get ready for that national title game against the Buckeyes.
So, Bo, talk about that decision. I mean, was that a tough call or a no-brainer? Take me through deciding to stay with LSU to try to win that national championship as opposed to just going to Nebraska and going full bore right there.
Well, kind of the way the schedule sets up allows you to do that. With that dead period coming up, and I'm close to finishing up my staff, and recruiting's really heading in the right direction. And, Coach Miles and LSU really came to me and said they really want to be a part of it. And I wanted to be a part of it. The players there and the staff, we've been through a lot together, and I have a responsibility towards them, and I wouldn't want to walk out. We've gone a long way, and we have something to finish. And but fortunately for me, Coach Osborne and the administration here were very supportive, and they not only allowed me to do it, they want me to do it. And they believe it was the right thing for me to do, and know that I'm going to be able to handle all my responsibilities for Nebraska in the right way, and I'm looking forward to going back and being with those gentlemen who have done a lot for me at LSU and trying to finish the thing off the right way.
Bo Pelini, new head coach in Nebraska. Bo, you always hear Nebraska people say that we do things a certain way here. We want to win a certain way here. When we brought Bill Callahan in, he didn't really seem to understand the tradition and the way we go about our business here. They wanted one of their own. And to hear Nebraska fans and people close to the program talk about it, it would seem like you had been there 30 years, that you remember that family, when in fact you had been there just 1 year. What was that 1 year that you were there like?
Well, it's a special place. It's it's a place that's been built on a lot of special principles, obviously starting with way back with Bob Devaney and then Coach Osborne and then Frank Solich, and they've done things a certain way for a long time, and it's really based on trust and the integrity and understanding how important it's a unique place, and that the whole state really revolves. There's so many things that revolve around the football program and the goodwill and the fan base and everybody being on the same page and heading in the right direction. And I really don't know what's gone on since I've left. But in 1 year, you kind of get indoctrinated to how things go. And I was familiar with the traditions and the things that have made Nebraska special for a long period of time. And I'm committed to get it back heading in the right direction. What's happened, I'm not real concerned with that, but I do know where we want to go and how we want to do it, and that's build on the traditions and the things that were built over a long period of time, and drawing upon that and making it special once again.
Bo Pelini joins me. Bo, in terms of turning that thing around, Nebraska fans, they're pretty optimistic. I think that they think that you could come in and fix the defense quickly, just as you did the first time that you were there. The offense is probably already on solid ground, meaning if the defense does what it's supposed to do, the offense gets 2 or 3 extra possessions per game, and then you're right back in the hunt next season. Now, I'm sure you've heard that. Do you look to temper those expectations, or maybe does that sound about right to you?
Well, I think that, this wouldn't be a good job if there weren't high expectations. And fortunately for me, I haven't been employed anywhere where the expectations weren't extremely high, because I have high expectations. And like you said, the offense has been on solid ground, and they've really done a good job. For whatever reason, they've struggled a little bit here defensively as of late, and that's obviously where I come in, and I think that there's never a quick fix. Things have to be developed and the culture has to be built, but there's talent here, and we just need to build on that talent and just keep recruiting the right way and get the kids buying in and believing again. And you start going through some tough times, and people forget what it takes to win and how to win, and they start that a bit of doubt starts creeping into their minds, and we got to remove that doubt and get believing again, and knowing what we have in front of us and how good we can be, and a lot of that's attitude and building the culture within your program, and that's something I've had a lot of success doing.
Bo, you've heard all the comparisons to Bob Stoops. It stands to reason you're both Ohio guys. You know him. You know that family. You both had nice college careers. You both made your marks as defensive coaches. He got an opportunity to resurrect Oklahoma. He did that, and now you get your opportunity. So the comparisons are probably pretty apt. Do you see yourself having the same impact on your program that he's had on his?
Well, I hope so. I've been working a long time for this opportunity, and I take it seriously. And obviously Bob is one of the best out there. One day, I think when he's done, he'll be one of the best ever coach in college. And he did a phenomenal job at Oklahoma, and I had the opportunity to obviously grow up knowing the Stoopses and Bob for a long time, and I also worked under him for a year and got a chance to learn from him, and I'm very fortunate. Over my career, I've worked with some of the best to ever coach the game, and I've learned from the right people and learned the right way to do things and understand what it takes to win and how to build a program, and this is my opportunity, and whether I can do it as quick as Bob did, I don't know. But I'm looking forward to doing that. And I'm not talking about us coming in and rebuilding. It's about going and trying to win right now. And I'm committed to that, and I'm putting together a top-notch staff that's I think we'll be on the cutting edge of what we're doing, and we're looking to have an impact right off the bat. And I don't think they're that far off. I mean, like you say, offensively we're in good shape. Defensively they struggled, and that's my job to get it fixed.
Yeah, let me finally ask you, Bo, if you're not that far off, I've got a friend, a pretty prominent Nebraska native, a huge Husker fan, and about halfway through this year he started just pounding me with, I'm telling you, there's going to be a change. We're going to get a new head coach. We're going to bring back Bo Pelini. He will turn this thing around. He will fix it. And then in 2009, when Oklahoma comes to Lincoln, we will both be in the top 10. And Rome, you're going to get back on a plane, and you're coming back to Nebraska, and you're going to see how it feels. My question for you, Bo, should I pencil that in? Is that the way it's going to go next year when you get those guys in your place?
Well, I hope so. I mean, like I said, I think that we'll be significantly better next year. How that equates in wins and losses, I don't know yet. I'm just in the process right now of really attacking the recruiting. Haven't had a really good chance to evaluate what we have and what they've done and what exactly we need to do and how it's going to be fixed. But I do know this, defensively we have a system that's worked over a long period of time. So I think that getting the guys accustomed and comfortable in that system is going to be a key. And offensively, we're not making a ton of changes. We'll tweak it a little bit here and there, and Coach Watson will put his flavor on it. But they've moved the football, and that's a real positive. And we have a lot of guys returning on offense, and we have some building to do on defense. But I believe that I can get that done. I look forward to that challenge. It's going to be fun. I kind of went through it the first time I came here, and we got it fixed pretty quick, and I'm hoping to do the same thing here, starting next year, and I'm looking forward to spring ball already. It's going to be fun. It's an exciting time around here. You see that there's kind of that air of excitement around the program again. I think, you go through these tough times, and you need to get uplifted. And I think the whole fan base is excited. We get the state excited about Nebraska football again and build on that. And let's go. I'm ready to go win some football games. So
what do you say, Bo? Should I buy that ticket or not?
No doubt. Come on. Bring the jungle back to Lincoln.
All right, Bo. Thanks so much. Good to have you on the show. I appreciate it, and we'll run you down again soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Good talking to you.
You too, Bo. Thank you. It's amazing that he made the impression that he made on the Nebraska family in just 1 year there. 1 year. When you hear the way Nebraska fans talk about Bo Pelini, the fact that they wanted him to get that job 4 years ago and he didn't get it, that when things went south on them this year and they had a chance to get him, the way they rallied behind him, you'd think that he was one of those members of the family who played football there, who coached there, who came up under Tom Osborne, worked alongside Tom Osborne, that he had been one of them for 30 years. He had been there 1 year. That's how much of an impact he had with the force of his personality and the defense that they played. True story. I've got a friend that went there. That's a rather prominent Nebraska citizen, native, I should say. And he was telling me halfway through the year, I'm telling you, they're going to run this guy, and we're going to get Pelini back. And then by 2009, he will have this thing turned around, and you're going to get your ass back to Lincoln, and you're going to see what it feels like.